Actually, in this case, this is actually one of those rare cases where something good actually comes out of TikTok. So I don't usually like Logan Paul, right? Because that's a sensible take to take. Because generally he's Logan Paul, but sometimes he does something cool. So the other day, I saw this retweeted by Mutaha. First epoxy resin project, Game Boy colors, and a metal Pokemon frame made for a nice little tabletop. This actually is really cool, and I'm sort of genuinely impressed by sort of how well he did this. So basically, he resins up. Oh, wait, go on. That's probably, I don't want that. So basically, he makes up the resin, pours the resin in a box, resins up the devices. I guess the reason why you resin them up separately is to avoid there being air bubbles, maybe? I actually don't know I've never done a resin project like this, so I don't know the reason why you resin them like beforehand, but I imagine it's probably something to do with air bubbles, but someone correct me if they happen to know. Or maybe it just makes it easier to fit them in the maybe if you like do the resin, like you resin them first and then you put them in, it gives it a better effect or something. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, so he resins up the box, puts more resin in there, seems to do a really good job. Like, it's a really, really clean resin job. I'm actually, like, very impressed by the fact that, like, he did this himself. He didn't pay someone to do this. Like, this is him actually doing it. It looks really cool. I think it actually looks really, really, really cool. Here is the end result. I personally think it's a great project. I think the frame is shit, and the frame could be so much better, but like the actual resin project itself, I don't have anything negative to say about it. And because gamer, you got to put some lights behind it as well, because gamer, I'm elite gamer, so fucking lights. Anyway, anyone sensible would look at this and say, hey, look, that's cool. Here is basically here's some trash, because what, they're Game Boys. No one's going to go out of their way to buy a Game Boy unless you're in this very tiny, tiny market who cares about a Game Boy. So most of these are just going to end up being landfill. I think this is a good project. That is the sensible take. Now, the Twitter take is, oh my god, I cannot believe that you're wasting a Game Boy. Fucking hell, you could have only used all custom shells and button replacements without any electronics in them and done that. But destroying the hardware is just so wrong on so many freaking levels. I mean, the chance of some surviving it isn't 0%, but it isn't close to 100% either. It's a fucking Game Boy Color. It's a Game Boy Color. Here's the other problem. 118 million units sold. It's not like getting a Game Boy is difficult. If you want a Game Boy, go to Twitter and get a Game Boy. That is all you need to do. Like, it's really not difficult. Let's see. You could have done something like they do at the Nintendo store, but hey, you do you, baby. That actually, you know, fair take. Fair take. Yesterday there was some better comments in here. Oof. I mean, it looks pretty, but it still hurts. A beautiful Game Boy put into resins, like, bruh. Game Boys are supposed to be used not only for collection, but also for playing, but now they're in resin. Could probably be better behind a normal glass. No, it wouldn't be, actually. It's debatable if these Game Boy colors should have been ruined for this piece. It's easier to justify if they were broken, but even if they're not, there are many Game Boy colors out there. Okay, you know, okay, this is actually a good take. I thought this was going to be a bad take, but no, actually a good take. Here we go. This looks decently cool, but part of me is bothered how you just ruined 15 Game Boy Colors, some of which were limited edition. They're not that rare yet, but this sped up that it sped up the process of 118 million units being made rare. And you could have probably made fake Game Boys that look the same thing when in resin. Don't even care. This looks amazing and I love it. Absolutely. That unfollow button real tempting with this take, bro. Why? It's a Game Boy Color. Why people hating looks really cool. Yeah, it does. Absolutely does. Like, I don't know why anyone would be like, yeah. Like, it's a fucking Game Boy. Like, why are you... It's a fucking Game Boy. Okay, so anyone who wants to buy a Game Boy, right? Let's go to eBay right now and see how much a Game Boy would cost. Considering this is Australia, and you have Australia prices on things, Game Boy. So, if you would like to buy a Game Boy, let's see. This is an actual Game Boy. Here is someone massive grifter, $217. That is not how much you would be paying for it. Here, Game Boy Color boxed, $130. Game Boy Color, $60. Game Boy Color, $81. Game Boy Color, $66. It's not like Game Boy Colors are difficult to get. Game Boy Color Clear, $33. Game Boy Color Purple, $100. It's a game... There's so many Game Boy Colors out there that even today, they're not a collector's item. Sure, you can buy it because you like a Game Boy, but it's not like... It's not like, you know, a difficult game to get. Or it's a difficult console to get. It's the same idea as the people who scalp copies of, like, the first Mario game. There are so many copies of it out there. The fact that any of them are worth more than, like, $10 doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the other thing is he owns them. He owns the Game Boys. He didn't steal them. He bought them. And it's not like he was gonna sell them again anyway. So it's like it is what it is. Like it's a fucking Game Boy. If you want to play a Game Boy game, like your phone from 2007 can emulate a Game Boy perfectly well. Like actually perfectly. If you want to play any Game Boy games, you can do them. You don't need hardware, but if you want hardware, it's not difficult to get anyway, so it doesn't matter. And hardware's gonna break. Like, the hardware has a limited lifespan anyway, so even if you breaks a couple of them, they're gonna break soon anyways, or break at some point anyway, so like, what of it? I hope more people do this, actually. Just to piss off the people who are really, really big Game Boy fans who think they're this rare thing. There actually was this one comment I saw the other day, like when that first went up, saying, I've been looking for a Game Boy for years and have never been able to find one. I've wanted to buy a Game Boy and then Logan destroyed 15 of them. She's like, have you ever been to eBay? Have you ever been to eBay? They're not rare. You can buy them. Go to a thrift store. Every single thrift store is gonna have they're gonna have some sort of retro hardware there, and there's probably gonna be at least a Game Boy, at least one of them. People just wanted a reason to be angry, and they found it. But it's gonna happen no matter what happens, I guess, because people always want to be angry.